What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch review for you. So today I'm sharing swatches of the ILNP Coven collection for fall 2024. Now if you haven't heard of ILNP, they are an independent nail polish brand that is based in the US, and all of their polishes are 10 free, meaning they are free of 10 of the potentially harmful ingredients that can be found in nail polish. They are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal derived ingredients, and they're also cruelty free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. Now I've already reviewed their previous fall collections for this year. They usually do 2 releases per season. Those polishes were hollow jellies and they were more in the classic autumnal colors, but this time we've got the Halloween vibes and I'm very excited about it. So we've got 6 new polishes, 3 of which are magnetics, and then we got 3 really intense shimmers. And as usual with magnetic polishes, I'm going to be showing you both styles. So I've got the cat eye style, which is the diagonal line, and then I'll also show you the velvet style, which is that more just overall 3D fuzzy kind of look. So yeah, let me dive into the swatches and then we can talk more about pricing, availability, my thoughts, all that good stuff. So roll the swatch footage. So as with all of my swatch and review videos, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today it's the ILNP base coat. So I'm going to start off with the magnetic polishes, the first of which is called Moonlit, and this one is a deep gray jelly that is totally packed with a silver magnetic shimmer as well as a little hollow sparkle running throughout. And when I first started applying this, I thought it was pretty sheer, but I ended up getting pretty good coverage in 2 coats. So the way that I like to magnetize is I'll do usually 2 coats for full coverage, and then I will apply a 3rd coat to magnetize. So starting off with the velvet style, I just applied my 3rd coat and then I waved the magnet around my nail, and that kind of created this 3-dimensional velvety look on there. Basically, it takes the magnetic pigment and it pulls it all to the top, so it almost kind of has like a marble effect. And then as I move my nail around, you can actually see that deeper gray base color as well as all of that hollow sparkle underneath it. And then doing the same with the cat eye style, I just applied my 3rd coat and then I put my magnet over that. And I have to say, I think overall all of the magnetic polishes in this collection really spoke to me in the cat eye specifically. You can see when I pulled all of that magnetic pigment to the center, it looked very cosmic on my nails, which you probably know I really love. We have this gorgeous deep jelly base in the background, and then we have all of those little hollow sparkles that honestly look like stars. So totally in love with this in the cat eye style especially, but I really do like it both ways. Next up we have the shade Darkest Hour, which is another magnetic, and this one is a little bit of a deceptive one, which is my favorite thing to see in magnetic polishes. I love when you can't tell until you magnetize what color the base is. So in this case, we have pretty much a black base, and then we have a gorgeous intense blue shimmer running throughout, as well as this deeper silvery magnetic pigment. So this one was actually very opaque. It ended up giving me really perfect coverage in 2 coats, and I actually think this one is very pretty unmagnetized as well, but of course I wanted to magnetize it. So again, starting off with the velvet style, I applied my 3rd coat and then I waved my magnetic wand around. I keep almost saying magic wand, but it is a magnetic wand, but it kind of feels like magic. But yeah, once I did all of that, it pulled all of that magnetic pigment to the center, and you can see just how intense and silvery that magnetic pigment is. But as I move my nail around, and it's kind of hard to tell unless you're seeing it in person, but all of that deep base color and the blue shimmer in there just stayed on the bottom and looked so dimensional and beautiful. And it also revealed what I believe is a little bit of a hollow sparkle as well. So once again, trying it in the cat eye style, magnetized my 3rd coat, and when I pulled it away, I was absolutely stunned. If you thought Moonlit looked cosmic, this one is even more cosmic. So we've got that beautiful blackened base, we've got the blue shimmer in there, we've got the hollow sparkle, and it really does look like a galaxy manicure, and I can't believe it. I love it. And then we have the 3rd magnetic. This one is called Ritual, and this one is a really beautiful blackened teal color that has a silvery magnetic shimmer running throughout. And this one also does have that subtle hollow sparkle, and this one was actually the most opaque of all. I was really impressed with the coverage on this one, but just for consistency's sake, I ended up doing my 2 coats and then I magnetized my 3rd. So starting off with the cat eye style, as I was magnetizing it, I noticed that that pigment actually ended up looking a little bit more bluish. Now, I'm not sure if this is a different magnetic pigment because sometimes it does look silvery, so it might just be because of that black blackened jelly kind of base that affects the color of it, but I did think that that was really beautiful. So very interesting, a little bit different than I expected. And once again, trying it in the cat eye style. And once again, I just love these in the cat eye style. All of them just look so cosmic and spacey to me. And I think that's just so beautiful. And here you can especially see, like at the top section of that magnetized stripe, you can see it looks silver, but underneath that, it looks more teal. So definitely a unique magnetic, even though it's a little deceptively simple. So now let's move on to the shimmers. This first shade is called Bewitched, and this one is a really beautiful, deep blackened base that has what on the website looks like a purpley shimmer, but on me, I found this one to be a little bit more of a fuchsia tone, leaning a little bit more into that like cranberry pinky kind of coloring. So I thought that was interesting, a little bit different than I expected, but I do think it's beautiful. I love an almost black shade that when the light hits it, it kind of has that glow to it. And honestly, I don't think my video does this one justice. It's really beautiful, and it does have a little bit of dimension to it. So at certain angles, you can actually see other colors a little bit better. And then we have the shade Sabrina, which again, in the bottle, it looks like you can hardly tell what color it is, but on the nail, you can see it is just this gorgeous, vampy red color. And this is my favorite of the shimmers just because I feel like ILNP really excels at making these deep, intense red shades, especially around Halloween. And this one is no exception. It gave me perfect coverage in 2 coats. You could see that really dark maroon base color, but again, we sort of have that lit from within glow from the shimmer, and it has a little bit of a duochrome vibe. So head on, it looks more reddish, but around the edges, I see a lot more of like a coppery, even into orange color, and it is just stunning. And last but not least, we have this shade Pyro, which I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about this one when I started applying it. We've got this cooler toned gray jelly base, and then within it, we've got a really intense iridescent shimmer that head on, you can see a lot of orange, and then around the edges it turns into this yellowy color, and it really has this intense warmth to it. But once I got that 3rd coat on my nail and I got it to be full coverage, I really loved the way that this shade looked. I love that sharp contrast between the very warm shimmer and that cooler toned base, and I think there is something very Halloween-y about this color. Just the fall vibes of having like the gray, dreary skies plus like the intense richness of foliage this time of year, I think is a really beautiful combo, and it's very different. So I really like it. So here's all the polishes together, and I have to say I really enjoyed these. Last year, ILNP had what I would consider to be a more classic color story for Halloween, and this one is a little bit different, but I actually really enjoyed that. All of the magnetics are so stunning, especially in the cat eye style. I just think they look so cosmic, and I feel like those are gonna work for me any time of year. And then we've got these beautiful vampy shimmery colors that I think just feel so perfect for fall. And we have the shade Pyro, which I think just feels so Halloween-y and unique. So really impressed with all the colors. The formulas were great. Some of them were a little bit more sheer than others, but ILNP just has such a buildable formula that it's really easy to apply extra coats and not feel like you have too thick of a manicure on. So yeah, I'm really impressed with these, but let's keep talking about it. So yeah, those are the polishes, and honestly, I do not think that my swatch video did a lot of these justice. I think with these super deep type of shades that look almost black, cameras really cannot easily capture them. I think they just look so beautiful in the light, but I do absolutely love that almost black look, and then when the light hits it and it kind of gives that lit from within kind of glow, that is just perfection to me, especially this time of year. So I definitely enjoyed that, and as usual, their magnetics totally impressed me. I just love how sensitive they are, and I love how intense the colors can get. So now getting into pricing and availability, all these polishes come in 12 milliliter bottles. They do have what I like to call a medium wide flat brush that has a straight tip. It is a little bit different from their Studio Color brush. That one is a little bit wider and it has a curved tip, but this is their classic ILNP brush. And as far as pricing, it does vary. So the magnetic polishes retail for $12.50 USD. USD each, and the shimmers retail for $10 USD each. But during their pre-order, they are $1 off each, so I always recommend grabbing them during the pre-order because you save money. So I'm gonna link that down in the description. You can check them out if you're interested. Also, a quick reminder on magnetic nail polishes, you do need to purchase a nail polish magnet in order to magnetize these. But if you already own one, you don't need a specific brand or anything. So if you already own one from another brand, you don't need to buy a new one, but you do need that specific nail polish magnet. You can also buy bar magnets, which are really strong on Amazon. So I just recently bought those. I'll link those down in the description if you're curious to try them out. But yeah, just to let you know, you do need a magnet in order to magnetize these polishes. That's it for me. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. What do you think of this collection? What do you think of the colors? Not especially classic Halloween, but definitely gives off that dark Halloween-y sort of vibe to me. And also, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the magnetics or do you prefer the shimmers? Leave it all in the comments. We can chat about it. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please hit that like button. It really helps me out. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe. I really appreciate you all, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. For those of you who are familiar with my channel, you know at the end of my videos I like to do a little fun fact, and for the last several years I have had my Patreon supporters ask me my fun fact questions, but I have made the decision to end my Patreon, so for now my fun fact questions are going to be would you rather questions, but I would also love for you to participate in that as well, so you can always leave your answer in the comments. But today's would you rather question is, would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early? I thought this one was funny because I am both of those people. Honestly, I am, and I know this is terrible, but I'm never on time. I am either super early or a little bit late. I don't know what it is. I guess I struggle with time management. I know this is nothing to be proud of, and honestly, I'm not proud of it. I do always try to get to places early because I feel like that's the only way that I will be on time is if I'm there early. And I'm absolutely the type of person who will sit in my car and wait until it's like the socially appropriate time to go to wherever I need to be. But yeah, if I am not early, I am late. So I always try to be early, but sometimes if I'm like, oh, I've got time, then I'll just be late. So I am both of those, but I would prefer to be early because then I could just kind of chill and, you know, get myself hyped up and ready for whatever it is I'm doing. So yeah, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this one. Would you rather be early or late? Let me know in the comments. We can chat about it. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.